All right. Hi, guys. This is our 10th reading. Wow. Regarding the fountain, our tale and letters of liars and leaks. Okay, so last time we left off, Walter Russ had asked Goldie Fish to write him 2 letters. And so we read the one to Miss Mander, but now here we have the other one. See the WRGF down here. So we know Goldie Fish actually wrote this. She typed it, but it's from Walter Russ. So Dry Creek Middle School, Dry Creek, Missouri. We thirst for knowledge. Mr. Walter Russ, Principal, February 11th. To Miss Florence Waters, President of Flowing Waters Fountains, etc. Miss Waters, we still have not received information from you regarding either the design or the cost estimate of the proposed drinking fountain. I understand from your letter, November 30th, that you are not accustomed to working under the restrictions of budgets or deadlines. Let me remind you that we are a publicly funded school. As such, we are accountable to the taxpayers of Dry Creek. The Dry Creek School Board will vote soon on the purchase of a new fountain. We need to see your plans for the fountain before then. Sternly, Walter Russ, Mr. Walter Russ, Principal. So next we have a postcard to Goldie, and it looks like she is in Tokyo, Japan. This is February 18th. Goodness gracious. And the front of the postcard had a picture of Japanese koi fish. Multicolored and hardy, these fish originated in Japan approximately 800 AD. Good morning, Goldie. Does the WRGF at the bottom of Wally's letters mean he's still making you type all of his correspondence? Do me a favor, would you? Remind Mr. Russ that I said I'd be happy to answer any questions he has regarding the fountain, so long as he writes to me himself. He can use my U.S. address. I have all my mail forwarded to me when I travel. You have an aquarium, don't you, Goldie? I'm sending along some friends to keep you company in your office. Koi, fantails, black mollies, and of course, goldfish. I'll bring more for the fountain. Sayonara, Goldie, Florence. Sayonara is goodbye in Japanese. All right, so then we have the memo. Dry Creek Middle School, date February 22nd. To Goldie Fish from Principal Walter Russ regarding the fountain. Haven't I told you repeatedly how important it is for you to deliver priority correspondence to me in a timely manner? I distinctly remember asking you to transcribe and send a letter to Miss Waters requesting a proposal and bid for the fountain. That was well over a week ago. Surely Miss Waters has responded by now. I'll expect her correspondence on my desk when I return from my hair appointment. I trust you did remember to take care of that. So then Goldie wrote on the memo and gave it back to him. Mr. Russ, as I told you, sir, Florence has asked that you write to her yourself to request the information you need regarding the fountain. She feels that given your education, you should be responsible for your own correspondence. I tend to agree. You have a 2 o'clock appointment at the Curl and Twirl. Sincerely, Goldie Fish. And here we have a newspaper from the Dry Creek Gazette. The creek may be dry, but the gossip is juicy. Established 1897, 35 cents, February 23rd edition. Curl and Twirl snarls another victim. What locals are now calling Dry Creek's hair scare continued yesterday, claiming another victim. After requesting a simple trim of his mustache, middle school principal Walter Russ left Pearl's Curl and Twirl in a snarl. One witness described the scene this way. Looked like old Walter had a dead squirrel stuck on his face. Another witness disagreed. I'd say it looked more like 2 dead squirrels were hanging out of his mouth. Principal Walter Russ could not be reached for comment about the condition of his mustache. According to his secretary, Russ returned from the hair salon, grumbled something unintelligible, and then locked himself in the office. So here is a sketch courtesy of Lily. And here is a photo courtesy of Patty. As she has in the past, Curl and Twirl owner Pearl Oster blamed the mishap on the local water supply. "I'm about ready to throw in my towel turban," said a despondent Stir, who has operated the Curl and Twirl for 47 years. "I never used to have these problems back when I could wash my customers' hair with spring water straight from the tap. You just can't get water pressure like that from a bottle." Unnamed sources suggest Stir's age could be at the root of her problem. "Well, that's true too," Stir conceded. "I'm not as young as I used to be. Maybe I'll just have to retire. But I still say it's this dang bottled water that's causing all the problems. Look around. Everyone's got bad hair in Dry Creek now. It's the lack of water pressure." Fisher Cutbait, a favorite Dry Creek barber, agreed with Stir. "She's right," Cutbait said. "This is a bad hair town. Has been for 30 years. Most of my customers wear hats." Fisher Cutbait. Haha, Fisher Cutbait. All right, then we have from the desk of Principal Walter Russ. So he wrote a letter by himself to Miss Florence Waters, Flowing Waters Fountains, etc. February 23rd. "Miss Waters, I don't think you realize how busy I am, especially now with this matter of the fountain. All I am asking from you is this. Number 1, a cost estimate for a simple, modest, no-nonsense drinking fountain. And number 2, a design plan for same. I fail to see why this information is so difficult to obtain. I also wonder how you get any work done when you're always off gallivanting around the globe. I ask that you respond at once to my attention, and please remember, Miss Waters, this is, after all, just a fountain. Harshly, Walter Russ, Mr. Walter Russ, Principal." Okay, and then Florence wrote back. She is in Florence, Italy. This is March 1st. "Dear Wally Russ, just a fountain? I beg your humble pardon, sir. Are we talking about the same thing here? Are we on the same page? A fountain of water, correct? Did you not learn in school that water is the source of all life? Were you not paying attention when your teacher told you that water covers 70% of the entire planet? Don't tell me you were busy passing memos to other students, were you?" You were. I had my hunches. "Let me take this opportunity to refresh your memory and tell you that water makes up 75% of the human body. The human brain is 80% water. Cabbage, my dear man, is 92.4% water. My fountains are a celebration of life, of the life force, a tribute to tributaries, a praise of waves, a fanciful fiesta de fluidas. Just a fountain? Indeed not." Oh yes, you wanted to know what the fountain will look like? Here's your answer. Remember the bulletin board in Mr. Sam N's classroom, the one with all of the children's ideas for the fountain? Well, my fountain will look nothing like any of those drawings, but a little like all of them. Cost estimate? Less than a gazillion lira. Arrivederci, Wally. Oh, and then she wrote Florencia. "Something about my waitress at the cafe today reminded me of you, Wally. Do you have family in Italy? The poor dear took quite a spill with my tea, but it gave me a splendid idea for the fountain. P.S. What you call gallivanting, I call research. P.P.S. See you at Dry Creek Days. I'm coming to unveil the new fountain." What? Less than a gazillion lira. So lira is the money in Italy. And she says it'll cost less than a gazillion of them. And there's goodbye, arrivederci in Italian. So cute. Okay, so we'll see what Principal Walter Russ says to unveiling the new fountain next time. Okay, bye.